Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Yenni Lestari, and today I want to explain about simple past tense. Definition of simple past tense. Simple past tense is a form of past tense in English. This sentence is used to describe a time in the past. So, simple past tense, sometimes called preterite. We always use simple past tense when saying when something happens. So, this tense relates to current past tense expression. Then, the function of simple past tense. The function of simple past tense is to explain events or actions that have occurred or describes events that have ended in the past. That is the past tense expressions. There are three past tense expressions. For the first is frequency, such as often, sometimes, and always. For example, first sentence is I often brought my lunch to school. For the second is specific times, such as last week, when I was a child, yesterday, and 6 weeks ago. For sentence like we saw a good film last week, and yesterday I arrived in Surabaya. And for the third is unspecific times, like the other day, ago, and a long time ago. For example, in sentence like Dina lived in Banyuwangi a long time ago, and she played piano when she was a child. Remember, the word ago is a good way of expressing distance to the past. This word is placed after the time period, such as a week ago, 3 years ago, a minute ago, and etc. I want to explain about simple past tense from tense. There are two. For the first is the patterns of the simple past tense for regular verb. For positive sentence, the rule is subject plus verb 1 plus 8. Example, I walked. For the negative sentence, the rule is subject plus didn't plus infinitive without to. For example, is they didn't cook. And for interrogative sentence, there are two rules for interrogative sentence. For the first is interrogative sentence for positive. The rules is did plus subject plus infinitive without to. For example, is did she arrive? For the second is interrogative for negative sentence. The rules is didn't plus subject plus infinitive without to. For example, is didn't he play? Simple past form tense for the second is the patterns of the simple past tense for irregular verb. For the first, like to go. For example, in positive sentence, he went to a club last night. And for negative sentence is he didn't go to bed early last night. For interrogative sentence, like did he go to the cinema last night? Okay. For the second, like to give. For example, is we gave her a doll for her birthday. For negative sentence, is they didn't give John their new address. For interrogative sentence is did Barry give you my passport? That is the simple past tense from to be, to have, and to do. For subject I, the verb for to be is was, for to have is had, and for to do is did. For subject you, to be were, to have had, and to do is did. For subject they, to be were, to have had, to do did. For subjects we, to be were, to have had, and to do is did. For subject she, he, or it, to be was, to have had, to do did. Okay, now I will give you example in a sentence. For positive sentence is I was in Japan last year. For the second is she had a headache yesterday. For the third is we did our homework last night. Okay, for the negative sentence is they weren't in Rio last summer. For the second is we didn't have any money. And for the third is we didn't do our exercise this morning. Okay, the last is interrogative sentence. Example, birthday is Iceland last January. Did you have a bicycle when you were young? And did you do much climbing in Switzerland? Okay, I think enough for explanation about simple past tense. Thank you for watching my video and see you later. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.